Hi! Okay, so obviously, as you can see, I got my vertical labret pierced. So I'm just going to talk about that mostly. Different things like pain and healing and yeah, this is what I think of it. Sorry, I'm going to like play with it a lot because it's really fun to like feel around. Anyway, so I got this I got this last night, actually, and it's remarkable how well it's healing already. Like, I know that sounds really weird, but I have, like, zero swelling. Like, I had maybe a little bit when it, like, first was pierced, but none right now. This is just how big my bottom lip usually is. Absolutely no swelling. It was pretty painful like right after I got it, but right now doesn't really hurt unless I accidentally like brush up against it or something. But I've already like gotten used to it, like talking with it. The only thing that's weird is eating and drinking. And putting on chapstick. That's really weird too. The reason why is like with cups or bottles or anything that you put on your mouth, basically where I usually rest it is right where like the top ball is. So I have to like kind of like stick my lip out even more when I'm drinking. Either that or like do this really weird thing with my tongue, like using my tongue instead of my bottom lip to like catch the drink, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, so drinking is really weird. I guess I could drink through a straw if I cared enough to find one, but yeah, so drinking is kind of weird right now, but not impossible. Eating like with utensils, I haven't used a fork yet. I'm kind of scared to use a fork, honestly, because of like getting it caught between the prongs of the fork or whatever. But using a spoon isn't bad. Because I had some ice cream and that was okay. I haven't like had like a burger or anything like really big that I have to bite into yet. Mostly I'm just like eating small stuff, but that'll probably be weird. I'll probably wait to eat anything like that until it's more like better healed. But yeah, so eating and drinking is a little weird. Putting chapstick on is crazy because, first of all, I mean, I have to be a little careful not to just, like, super, like, rub it across like I usually do, like, really violently, because it hurts a little bit. And then, on top of that, my natural instinct after I put chapstick on is to smack my lips and kind of, like, rub it together like most girls do. And I can't really do that. There's no good way to do that because it's like, like I have to go around it like and do like that, so it's really odd, and I've just kind of started like rubbing it in with my finger. But yeah, those are the weird things right now. But yeah, other than that, it's actually surprisingly normal. Like it was a little weird at first having the top ball like touch my lip a lot when I talk and stuff, but now I've kind of gotten used to it. What hurts right now the most is the bottom, where it went in, because she pierced it from the bottom up. So that's probably the most sore. The top one does not hurt at all, and I can actually move it around, like up and down. Like, I don't know if you can really tell that I'm doing anything, but yeah, like, see, I can kind of push the bar up and down. It doesn't hurt to move it, except down there. The entry wound is really, really sore. But other than that, it's fine. The pain of getting it, that is something I have to talk about. Okay, so getting it done, and I don't want to, like, scare you away from getting it, but it was absolutely horrible. Compared to my nose, which was like almost painless, like really did not hurt at all, this was excruciating, okay? Worth it, 100%, but I wouldn't get it again. You know, like, I wouldn't, like, go back and, like, have the same thing done, like, over to the side or anything like that. Like, it was pretty bad. But I mean, like all piercings, it just lasts a few seconds, and then you have it forever, and it's, like, it's totally worth it, you know what I mean? But I would say you definitely have to have a fairly high pain tolerance for this one. But at the same time, pain is different for everybody. So some people would get it and be like, oh, it was completely fine. Like, I didn't feel anything. For me, it was really bad. And maybe that's because I have a really thick bottom lip, and so it took a while for her to get it through. It just seemed really slow. Like, she was just very slowly, like, putting it through. Also, my lips are really chapped right now because it's winter. So she, like, when it came through the top, it was, like, right through one of those, like, splits you get in your lips when they're, like, all dry and chapped. And that was the most painful part, coming through the top. Going through the bottom didn't really hurt. But, like, as she was going through my lip, I could definitely feel that. And then when it came out the top, I was just like, oh, my God. And on top of that, she had to, like, do it all over again when she was putting the jewelry through. So it was pretty bad. But worth it 100%. I'm glad I did it. I don't, like, regret it. I'm not, you know, saying, like, don't get it, because it's totally worth it if you want it. But it was pretty painful for me. But yeah, right now it's just, like, a little bit sore, like I said, on the bottom part. But I love it, and it's awesome. So yeah, and as far as taking care of it, it's just kind of like any other piercing. You get a little, like, crust or discharge on it. I haven't even gotten that yet, just because I haven't had it for very long. But what you do is get saline solution, a Q-tip, you gently clean around it and soak it, and then once that sits for a little bit, you can kind of, like, clean the crust or discharge off. But you don't want to just go in there and, like, start ripping it off, because, like, then it could bleed or, like, go crazy and get infected or something. So you just have to be kind of gentle cleaning it, but it's really easy to clean. And so far mine hasn't gotten really nasty. I didn't bleed. And I don't have any blood right now. And so it's actually pretty low maintenance. And like I said, it really doesn't hurt that bad. Like with my nose, it didn't hurt to get it done. Getting it done was, like, absolutely painless. Like, I really didn't feel anything except, like, a little bit of pressure. But the healing process for that was pretty painful. I definitely kept accidentally, like, rubbing my nose and then being like, oh my God, ow. With this one, when I hit it like that, kind of hurts. But, like, moving around, talking, eating, all that, it's really not that bad. It's just a little sore. And like I said, I don't have any swelling, so I guess I was really lucky. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it later. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. Like, you would expect the swelling to happen, like, instantaneously, but it didn't really. Like, I really don't think it's swollen at all. I mean, maybe the tiniest bit, but it's so hard to tell because I have a really big bottom lip anyway, so I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I love it because it's not going in my mouth at all. It's just completely on the outside, so I don't have to worry about it getting all gross, like when I eat and drink and, like, using mouthwash and all that. Just completely on the outside of my lip, not inside my mouth at all, because that would gross me out. So I love, like, where it is, and it's just really fun to, like, play with. I know I shouldn't be playing with it because I just got it pierced, but it's really fun to, like, move around and feel with my top lip and stuff, and, like, lick it and stuff. It's super fun. I'm really glad I got it done. It's exactly what I was hoping for, you know? Like, it's just what I wanted, and obviously it's kind of big and goofy looking right now just because they pierce you with, like, bigger jewelry, so that it can swell and all that, but I'll get, like, a smaller bar and hopefully much smaller balls because these are pretty gigantic. But yeah, I really love it. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about it. I don't know, I guess, like, I'll tell you a little bit about the piercer and what she did. I went to Icon body piercing in Nashville, which is where I live. That's where I got my nose done, and I actually got it done by the same piercer, which was total coincidence. Her name's Betty Ann. She's really cool. She was actually on LA Ink, and she got tattooed by Kat Von D. She's really cool. She's pretty well known, and like she's awesome. So I was glad that I got her again. Yeah, I don't think the pain was really her fault. I think honestly it's just kind of a painful spot to get pierced. I think she did an awesome job. It's a little crooked when you look at my lip. Like, you know, it's not totally lined up like perfectly straight, but when you look at my face, it's perfectly lined up with my nose. So sometimes they just kind of have to sacrifice like the angle of it just so that it looks even with your face. I'm not really that concerned about it. At first I was like, why is it crooked? But I kind of understand why now, looking at it. But yeah, she did an awesome job. What she did was had me lay down, which was kind of scary because when I got my nose done, I was just sitting up. When you lay down, you feel like you're getting like a surgical procedure and you can't see anything except for the ceiling, and it's really weird. But yeah, she had me lay down. She told me to take deep breaths, obviously, and then pricked the bottom a little bit, like when she was lining up the needle, and she was like, you're gonna feel a little prick, and I did, and I was feeling pretty confident at that point, because the bottom really didn't hurt that bad. Like, I was like, okay, this is gonna be no problem. But as it was coming through the lip, it was just so slow, and I could just feel every bit of it, just ow, 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 and then when it came through the top, it was like, oh my god, ow. So it just like kind of slowly got worse. Yeah, the top part definitely hurt. Then she put the jewelry in, screwed the balls on. It was actually really quick. I know, like, it seemed really slow, but overall, like, she got it done pretty fast, and then I was just kind of like, okay, it's done. So yeah, it was a pretty good experience overall, except that it was probably the most painful piercing I've had yet. But yeah, like overall, it was worth doing, but I've gotten a tattoo, my nose pierced, and my ears pierced like twice on each ear, and that was more painful than anything. Like, I would rather get a tattoo than have that done again, if that tells you anything. But at the same time, it's a lot quicker than a tattoo. It's just kind of like boom, and it's done. But it is pretty painful, especially if it's really slow, like it was with mine. But I know she was just trying to be like precise and stuff, so I don't know. But I wouldn't get it done again. But I would recommend getting it. Like, you know what I mean? It's worth going through once, but if it like fell out and I had to get it re-pierced, I just wouldn't. It just would not be worth it. But yeah, definitely get it, especially if you have a pretty high pain tolerance. But if you have had your nose or like your ears or something easy like that, don't expect it to be like that. Just be prepared, you know, to feel some pain for a few seconds, and then it'll be done. But yeah, yeah, that was my experience getting my vertical labret. And if you have any questions, let me know. It's a super long video, so I'll just answer any questions that you leave in the comment section. So, bye.